Okay, moving on.
Yes.
Alrighty. So what's your daily like practice routine if you have one? Pick up your guitar. What do you do first?
Yeah. What I do first,
Mm.
I try to compose. I try to be creative
Mhm.
because it's the best time to do that
Mhm.
if you just pick up the guitar and you're like fresh in your head and you can imagine things. Sometimes I
Oh.
even just improvise stuff, and it, like, even if 95% is total crap what you do, if there's
Oh.
5% good, you can maybe use it for some composition. So actually right now, when I really practice, it's all connected to something I create. So some new composition or refreshing old compositions or something like that. I don't really do like technical exercises or something,
Mhm.
because I think you can find most technical problems, you can find them in songs, in music, and
Mhm.
if not, you can write something that like to solve the technical problem.
Mhm.
But I really like to always stay connected to the music, so I mostly, my routine is to, no matter what I do, be open for creative ideas and
Mhm.
compose and arrange. It was, of course, different when I was younger and just started out. Then you, of
Mhm.
course, have to work on the pieces your teacher gives you, and he also gives you some exercises and maybe some scales and some
Mhm.
theory. And so that's, of course, important to practice that and also make a plan. I think it doesn't make sense to work only like on one technical problem the whole day. You
Right.
don't make so much progress if you only work on one thing. It's
Right.
always good to work on different things and on different, like, try to look at the music from different perspectives and make yourself a good plan.
Mhm.
Make sure you have no phone or laptop around so you're distracted. Make sure
Mhm.
you're focused,
Mhm.
and then you can basically make your own practice routine from,
Mhm.
like, make a list what you want to achieve,
Mhm.
maybe make a list for the day, make a list for the week,
Mhm.
make sure it's realistic, and then work every day. You don't have to, of course, practice for hours every day,
Mhm.
but if you have a good plan, that's way more important than practicing for the whole day or for many
Okay.
hours. So quality over quantity there. But then just see what works for you and make
Mhm.
your own practice routine.
So, how much do you practice recently after this?
Recently,
Yeah.
yeah, and now I don't practice much. If you're a musician and like I'm doing everything myself, I don't have a management or everything anyone to work together with.
Oh,
Like
okay.
around 90%, I think, is not playing guitar. It's everything, organizing everything that's around. Not that much time to practice. That's why I try to focus on writing, because
Mhm.
now I have quite a silent spot here. I'm not expecting any guests, so I got rid of my dining table and made myself like a music corner, and with some microphones and an amp and some pedals, I have a good sound. I just, when I get up in the morning and I plug in my guitar, I have a good sound that
Uh-huh.
inspires me. So that's very cool. And I try to now only compose and be creative. And of course, if you write pieces, you're practicing them automatically.
You just don't take that as a practice. You try to write things and you compose. That's gonna be your practice. And
Definitely. It's very good practice because, you, of course, when you compose, you have to try a lot of options and you're playing things over and over again. That's exactly the same what you do when you're practicing.
right, right.
I'm always very impressed when people learn my pieces,
Mhm.
because I'm not sure if I would learn them, but I learned them automatically when I wrote them. So sometimes,
Yeah,
of course, I had to practice more afterwards, but
yeah,
still, like, a big part was already done
yeah.
while composing. So yeah, I'm right now. This is the situation because I want to use this time right now
Mhm.
to create things I can use when the whole virus thing is done.
Mhm.
And like, I see a lot of people like live streaming a lot right now, and
Right.
there's a lot of music for free. People, I think, still have to figure out how to deal with that.
Mhm.
But I think for me, it's the best if I use the time now to compose, maybe finish the new album,
Mhm.
finish the pieces, and then I have something to work with when I can go on tour again. Yeah, that was a long speech for a short question, but maybe two
That's good.
hours per day. I try to really focus on the guitar, maybe more. Right now, it's very different. There are also days where I don't play at all.
Okay.
When too much business is coming.
I do YouTube channel, so I have to shoot
Mm-hmm.
the things. Most videos I don't actually play a lot. I
Yeah.
explain how to play, and I demonstrate things, but
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't practice me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, making videos, and in many videos I'm just talking, right? Talking
Yeah. Yeah.
music and stuff, and
Mm.
so I need some time to just focus on playing and practicing my
Yeah,
own
it's all
song.
about having a good plan, and
Right, right.
yeah,
So even my compositions, they go away. So I have to
yeah.
I have
Mm.
to go back
I
and
know what you mean. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm a bit afraid about the next concert after this long break.
yeah.
Now I'm writing a lot of new stuff, but I really hope it doesn't take too much time to remember all the old things
Oh, you'll be fine.
when I can go on stage again. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
you'll be
something you have to think about. Definitely, it's I like I totally know what you say. Like,
yeah. So another question here from my students is that
yeah.
what's your advice on learning fingerstyle? What would be the best thing for beginners to do to be like you?
To be like me.
Yeah.
I hope you don't want to be me, but you want to be you, first of
Oh, that's
all.
good.
So my big advice would be to always be very open about all kinds of styles,
Mm.
whatever, like from all kinds of styles, what you like. That's very important. That will help you a lot, and open a lot of doors in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And I think another thing that could be a good advice nowadays, I see a lot of people who don't play guitar that long yet. I don't know how to say it, but maybe be famous, or be like, get an audience quickly. Of course, I'm very happy if somebody, like if I make a video and people are actually watching it, and
Uh-huh.
sometimes I'm also disappointed when not many people are watching it. But then I also have to tell myself it's not about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like for us as guitar players, we don't need millions and millions of people listening. It's actually fine if we have a small audience,
Mm-hmm.
but that audience is really like dedicated and
Mm-hmm.
coming to your concerts. And so it's better to have a small audience who really digs what you do
Mm-hmm.
than to have a big audience who don't really care. And so I think the whole social media stuff is like that. It's a good tool to use nowadays.
Yeah.
Like you do like instructional videos and these kind of videos and stuff, and that's about inspiring people. Like some people, I have the feeling, doing it to be there to present themselves. My good advice is to just make sure you become a good player, and then everybody will notice.
Mm-hmm.
So then you don't have to like put yourself on every platform and like, look at me, here I am. But then
Mm-hmm.
people will just notice, and it's your music. And
Yeah.
if you call it fingerstyle at the end or not, nobody knows what fingerstyle is actually. So just make sure you make good music. That's the only thing that's important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. So speaking of music, what do you listen to nowadays?
A lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, almost no guitar music, like, to be honest. Because I have the feeling that's not inspiring me anymore. I have like played every note on the guitar millions of times. I get it, so it's not surprising me or really affecting me anymore. For me, it's very interesting to listen to all kinds of creative musicians who sort of have their own voice that can be all kinds of genres. Sometimes I listen to a lot of folk music from all kinds of different areas.
Oh.
And sometimes I listen to classical music, and of course to jazz. And I adore players to have their own voice. So I mean, that's my own goal as well. So there's one radio show. If you want a really good example, check out the radio show called Live from Here on YouTube. It's Live from Here. The host is Chris Thile from the Punch Brothers. mandolin player and great singer, craziest mandolin player in the world. Such a good player, and he has like a crazy good house band in this radio show, play all kinds of different songs, and he always invites like really cool guests from all kinds of different genres. And it's such a colorful mix of really well produced and good music, so I'm really addicted to that show right now. So that's my recommendation number one, but always look for music you like yourself.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you in person next time.
That would be great.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, all right. Yeah,
so it's late at your place, right?
Yeah, it's almost 11. So
okay, here it is now 4:00 in the afternoon.
All right.
Then.
Thank you very much.
See you soon, hopefully.
All right. Thank you very much.
All the best to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks.